Plants in different habitats. Where do plants grow? Plants in different habitats. Where a living organism lives and grows is called a habitat. For an organism to survive in its habitat, all the environmental conditions must be met. The environmental conditions that plants need are water, air, light, and space. Different plants are suited to live in different habitats. They develop features to live in that habitat. This is called adaptation. Some plants live in very cold places, while others in very hot places. There are different types of plant habitats. The two main ones are terrestrial and aquatic. In the terrestrial, we have the dry and the wet. In the dry, there is the savanna, desert, coastline, and tundra. And in the wet, there is the mountain and the forest. In the aquatic, there is the marine and the freshwater environments. Plants also grow in the garden, on walls, tree barks, riverbanks, rocks, water, and in shaded places. Terrestrial dry habitats. Adaptation of plants to dry habitats. This ensures they get enough water to survive and grow. They develop features to overcome water shortages. Savanna. Two trees that live in the savanna are the acacia tree and the baobab tree. The baobab tree has a thick trunk to store water. The acacia tree has ants to protect it from being eaten by animals. Both the trees have few leaves. It minimizes evaporation. They have very long tap roots that reach water sources. Desert. Cactus and date palm are our examples. The cacti have spines as leaves. They minimize water loss. The stem is fleshy to store water. It is thick and waxy to reduce evaporation. Date palm leaves are tall and grow fast to get maximum light and air. The trunk stores food for the leaves. The roots grow deep to reach water sources. Coastline. Mangroves and coconut trees are two trees we know of growing at the coastline. The mangrove leaves are thick and leathery to minimize evaporation. Their roots are adapted not to absorb too much salt. The coconut trees grow very tall to get maximum sunlight and air. Its flexible trunk with slender leaflets make it wind resistant. Tundra. Willows and blueberries are our examples. The willows have a thick, scaly bark for protection against the cold and also contain acid. The tap roots grow deep in search of water. Blueberry leaves are waxy to reduce evaporation. They have narrow vessels and a small stomata. They also store salt to prevent freezing. Most tundra plants grow close to the ground to absorb warmth. Terrestrial wet habitats. Adaptation of plants to wet habitats. Here, plants do not face the problem of water shortages, but instead of too much water. They develop features to get rid of extra water. Forest. Oak and maple trees are our examples. Deciduous trees drop leaves in winter to prevent evaporation. Their bark prevents pests from damaging the tree. Oak oaks have deep taproots which help them find water. Their leaves are thick with a small stomata which reduces evaporation. Maple trees have broad leaves to capture sunlight. Many small roots anchor them. Mountain. Pine tree and cedars are two trees that grow at the mountains. Coniferous trees have a thick bark to protect them against the cold. Most are cone-shaped with flexible branches which help them withstand snow. Most of the trees in the mountains have shallow roots. Pine trees have needle leaves to reduce evaporation. Cedar tree grows very tall to get maximum light and air. Its leaves are waxy to store water. Aquatic habitats. Plants growing in or underwater are called aquatic plants. Living in water is very difficult for a plant. They need special adaptations to exchange gases, reproduce, and maintain a balance of salt and water. Marine. Seaweed and coral reefs are two plants growing in the marine. Seaweed need to float. What keeps them from washing away are called holdfasts. Their roots do not absorb excess salt from the water. Coral reefs have large cells to get sunlight for photosynthesis. Seagrass live in between them and transfer nutrients towards them. Freshwater. Water lily and cactus are two examples. Water lily leaves are large and spread the weight of the leaf, making it easier for the plant to float. The stomata is at the top side of the leaf, which makes photosynthesis easy for the plant. Cactus are usually found in a group together and have spaces between them which allow oxygen into the leaves. Thanks for watching!